Good morning, everyone. Hang on one second here. Whoops. Gotta manually transition this camera. There we go. I think trying to get my clicker working. I think that's why it's not working. I turned my Bluetooth off. I believe that was it. Connected. Try again. Ah, there we go. No, that wasn't me. But I am connected. Cool. Yes. All right, what's up, people? Good morning. I hear myself talking. Oh, wrong camera. There we go. Bumped it. I'm gonna bump it again too. Oh my god, don't do that.
Bruiser CB said Jason morning.
Good morning.
Lovely, that is.
And that bot sound different? Good morning. What's going on, people? I was not here last week because I was at the Keystone Clash. And we're gonna talk about all that stuff. Let me say hi to people first. Oh, I bumped the stupid idiot. Get this out of my hand. Think we're all right now? Yes. Okay. What's up, people? Good morning. Welcome to the Easy Stream, where we hang out in this fish room, and everything's easy, right, puppy? Puppy's here. He's supervising. Right, Zozo? Right. Anyway, let me say hi, people. 3G, what's up, man? Good morning. Yo, this is gonna fall. I have this like very precariously perched on my little stool there. Window liquor number 5. What's going on, man? Good morning. Go time. You got it. Bruiser. Good morning. I heard you say hi anyway. Dennis Christensen. Hello, hello. Good morning. On a sunny Sunday morning. Yup. Last time I saw you, you were partying pretty hard, man. It was a good time. Dennis was at the Clash. Empire of Dirt. Aquatics. Jeff Kane. What's up, man? How you doing? Good morning.
Window Liquor 5 said, morning Mr. Manifesto, all bells and whistles working.
Awesome. Awesome. And I think I'm at the bottom of the chat already, so let's get into it. What have we done? Keystone Clash. It was a great time. Had a blast. What did I get? Some stuff. Fish-wise, I can show you. We'll get into that in a sec. As far as dry goods. Let me set this down. I got a bunch of Ebo Aquarist food. I bought like the big packs, man. The big packs. These were not cheap either. A lot of food. This is the insect meal, soft gran. And this is the mussels, soft gran. And this is the spirulina paste. I got the big jar. Use this for feeding my 397s mostly. Other than that, I got, where is it? Here. Thought it was. Oh yeah, there it is. I got some of this for, I was talking with a guy that I got my Pascal rainbows from at the ACLC swap in March. He was there at the Keystone Clash, and I got more Pascal rainbows from him. And he says that he feeds his rainbows, his blue eyes, all his like small stuff, these golden pearls. They're like not quite the powder that I use for the fry. They're very small. It's like really tiny pellets. I don't even know. They look like powder, but it's actually a little pellet. They are the 200 to 300 microns, so not the 5 microns of dust that I use. So that's the other, basically the other dry good I got. Other than that, I got all this stuff in this bag. I went to Clash with my wife, so she was there, and we each got a gift bag from the Clash, but I put everything in this one bag, and I don't even know what's in here half. So I kind of like, maybe we'll go through this real quick. Separate stuff out. All bells and whistles, all bells and whistles working. How come she didn't read that though? Or did she? And I just didn't hear it. Am I not hearing things? Anyway, oh, I got this from Gina's Reef. It was a can cozy thing. I don't know where to put this stuff. Zoe, what are you doing? Here, I will put this stuff. Put it on the ground. I'll put it in here. Here, you know what? I'll use this bag.
Windowlicker
Swag.
5 said you're losing it. She did read it.
Okay, I am losing it. This is nothing new, though. Okay, cool. I am losing
Bruiser CB said she read it, and you thumbed up at the screen.
it. Just like that. All right, here's the guide for the Keystone Clash. You know, this is actually probably just trash. So,
Empire of Dirt Aquatics, Jeff Kane, said you mentioned her voice sounded different.
it did. Does it sound different to you? Here's a little Small World Aquatics towel. This will come in handy. Put that right over there with the other towels. And I got 2 of everything here, so there's the second one. Everybody needs a towel in a fish room. That's a great idea. Fishing Friends in Carlisle Street, Hanover, PA. That's actually... I got a coupon. Fishing Friends on Hanover Street. Or in Hanover, PA. That's actually not too far away. Maybe I hang on to that. Here, I'll put the papers down there. Got a Keystone Clash bookmark. Be good if I read anything, ever. I could have got wings at the at the one local place for half off. Could have got McDonald's dessert. Viber Bites. We'll save this for, I'm just going to put all the food in this empty tank here. Tropical fish food blend. Wow. Aquarium Co-op Easy Pellets, man. Easy Community Floating Pellets. It's easy. Huh. It's got a seal on it. I won't break that seal just yet. That's cool. Got another, well, this is a tag for my wife. That's the tag for me. This is the restaurant that we had coupon for. Don't need that. Holy smokes, come on now. API Fin and Body Cure, put that in the medicine cabinet. General Cure, put that in the medicine cabinet. This is the whatever, the curricula, another one of these from Gina. That wasn't in the bag. Gina gave us that personally.
Whip's World said, good morning, you big, beautiful stack of
Yo,
pancakes.
what's up?
Let's get tanked.
Whip was at the Clash. That was a good time. Speaking of fish, I got some fish from Whip. I got some Synodonus. More Synodonus. I don't know what this stuff is. This is all junk. Sickly Gold pellets. That down in there. Cichlid Excel pellets.
Windowlicker 5 said, did you catch Corey at the Clash?
I did see him. I didn't really talk to him. Him and Zenzo were there. Zawa tanks or whatever. Stickers in a little bit. More fish food. More Aquarium Co-op fish food. Like I said, I got 2 of everything here because both of these are bags. Got some water conditioner. This stuff's always good to keep on hand, especially at this is the kind of stuff that should be in a gift bag, in my opinion. Like when you go to an aquarium swap, you should always have at least water because nobody ever thinks to bring that, right? And then you're sitting there, you bought some fish. You might want to, use some of the hotel water, which could or could be bad. Yeah, and what are you going to use? What are you going to do? Here, we'll go over the stickers after everything here. I will just set the stickers to the side. Here's another McDonald's thing. Here's another bookmark. More vibrobites. More vibrobites. Yeah, those are vibrobites. Ceron. Food. Now this food, like, I always end up with a ton of these things, right? And what I like to do with this is I usually put it in my pepper grinder, the medley, and then I'll feed that out to a bunch of fish. I don't know how well flakes work in the pepper grinder. Got some Chemi-Pure green. Another coupon to that fish place.
Select Pet said it's good to see the differences in the bags between what I got and others may have gotten.
Oh yeah. Well, we kind of, I guess, looks like we both got kind of the same thing. I don't see any extra Chemi-Pure, so I got that and she didn't. Or she got it and I didn't. So that's interesting. Let me put that down there. More fish food. More fish food. This is the Garden of Eater fish food. That might have been because I bought some shrimp from him. I got some shrimp from Garden of Eater. Pebbling Creek. Well, we'll go through the stickers. Yes! More fish food. I don't know what this is. I got two of these. I'm guessing these are little feeding trays for like shrimp pellets or something. Yo! Yeah, I must have did something. These are like 3D printed little trays. I'm not sure what these are for. Oh yeah, and then we got this stuff. Alright, that's everything in this bag. So these little 3D printed trays, I don't see myself ever using those.
Whip's World said I talked to Corey for the duration of one floor of an elevator ride.
Nice. Was it worthwhile? The other thing I got was some tissues for my happy tears from Peplin and Foxy's wedding, and their little coaster, and the little heart stone thing.
Select Pet said I asked the same thing. Apparently they're isopod feeders.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Something to put the food in? Yeah, that's what I figured. Something for some kind of feeding thing. So I'll keep the tissues, the coaster, and the rock. I gotta figure out where. You know what? I'll just put the rock in a tank. How about that? Boop. There you go. Perfect place for it. Little pep. In case you didn't see it, it's a little. And then on top of that, there were stickers. Everything in the bags. Got a ton of stickers, man. New local Austin was there. He's always fun to hang out with. Good times, good times. Keystone Clash sticker. 2025. Stickers over here. Oh, yep. There we go. The Peplin and Foxy wedding sticker. Yay. I think, was it live streamed? I'm pretty sure it was. There's a Peplin Aquatic sticker. I had one somewhere. Another Keystone Clash sticker. Garden of Eater. Size matters. More new local Austin stickers. Who else was there? Skipper. Skipper's Aquariums. Give me some Skipper's Aquariums. More Skipper's Aquariums. Another Skipper's Aquariums. Another Skipper's Aquariums. And I got some Fishroom Punk card for Fangers. I'm pretty sure it's for Skipper. I also got, well, I got a couple of them Fishroom Punk cards. 4 of them, 3 of them. And some Skull Aquatics. Curtis was there too. That was a good time. This is the guy I got. Chris's Fish. Chris's Fishes. The guy I got my past guy rainbows from the first time
Xanadu
and
said,
the second
"Good morning,
time.
fishy friends."
Xanadu was there too. Good morning, Xanadu. What's going on, man? Good seeing you at the Clash. What else do I got? That's it. I should save this card because he says he's got stuff I could buy. Like a good merchant. Alright. That's that. That's all this stuff. I think maybe what I should do is I did not. I'm jumping around real quick, but I did not do any water changes last week because I wasn't here. I thought about doing them on Friday. I almost did them, but I got so backed up in time, and I was last minute prep, running around, that kind of thing. Oh, that's what I need to do. I need to turn this light on. Apparently, this light was on at like the middle of the night. I came down here. It was like, why is there a light on in the fish room at like 4 a.m.? Must have been a power outage or something. Reset the timer on that. So anyway, I haven't done any water changes. It'll be 2 weeks, so we will test that and see how it made out. Kind of curious on that. Other than that, the fish. Let's go through fish I got. Let's see. Where is my flashlight? Right there. Probably be easier to see some of them with a flashlight. I'll just tell you what I got right off the bat. I got a bag of blue diamonds, Neocaridina from Garden of Eden. There's like 10 in a bag. They're pretty little. Put them in this top tank here. Let's see if we can see them. Let's hold this. Yeah, there's some right there. Dude, these are like, I guess, blue dreams, but bluer. Sometimes almost black. That's how blue they are. One there. Another one over there. There's another one in the back there. I don't know how many of these you can see from. Yeah, so I got them. They seem to be doing pretty good. There's a bunch of food sitting right there still, so I probably won't feed them. Let's go this way. In here, somewhere, should be a bunch of fish. Yeah, the Paskai rainbows are all right there. Light is on. And in the back there, you can kind of see that little corridor. I got 4 of them. There's another one over there, in the back. Those are Dolphoids. Somebody was selling them, so I got a bag of 4. I'm pretty sure the other 2 are hiding around this corner. Yep, there's one right there.
Window Licker 5 said, "Did you run home with the livestock and check in on the kid?"
No, I didn't. They all stayed in the bag. Actually, what I did is I took that little hang on. Well, I took the little 2-gallon fish tank with me, with the lid, and I had my bucket that I usually take to all my swaps and shows. And in that bucket was, I just had like my air pump, a heater. I took 2 heaters, like one of those like preset heaters for like a betta tank. I put that in the 2-gallon tank. Those are the Synodontis I got from Whip. They seem to be doing pretty good. Everything is basically in quarantine, so not that I don't trust Whip, but I like the quarantine. Plus, I got to figure out a better system for these Synodontis, man, my other colony, because I never see them. Pretty sure I got 4 cories, but I'm only seeing 2 or 3. Oh no, there's one in the tube. I didn't even see him in the tube. All right, cool. They're all accounted for. Yeah, and I think that's it as far as fish I got. But anyway, I got here. I'm all over the place. I took this little tank. I gotta clean this fish room up. Holy cow. Took this tank and that lid, which fits perfectly in a 5-gallon bucket, by the way. I took this heater. There's another little heater in here. I have my my battery operated air pump from the co-op. That in here? Where is that? Might be back in the bucket. Yeah, and then what I did is I just filled this up with water, put the heater in here, but I didn't take them out of the bags. I just floated the bags in this thing so that they kind of stayed at temp. I figured didn't feel like breaking down the unbagging the fish to travel home and like this. So I just kept them in the bag and just kept them warm. So this kind of like acted like a, I don't know, a bath, keep the bags warm. But the bucket, I used the heater and the air stone, and that's what I got whips, Synodontis, put them in a bucket. And they just stayed in the bucket the whole way. And on the ride home too. That worked out pretty well.
Select Pet said good for you.
Select Pet
Jason
was there.
quarantine isn't about trust. Illnesses can come from stress.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's see what's going on here. All right. The stupid hang on, whatever that thing is.
Whip's World
Powerhead?
said you can trust Whip with your life.
Just don't
Whip's
trust.
water is an entirely different thing.
Yeah.
He can't be trusted at all, so that was a good call.
And I knew the water was different, so actually, this is one thing I recommend everybody get as far as like Fishroom stuff. Is a dosing pump, an aqua lifter. I don't know. Basically, it's an air pump that can pump water too. It's got an intake. I use this thing all the time for all sorts of stuff. Basically, I don't know. You don't need me to take this all apart to show you, but black one sucks the water up or air if you don't have anything there, and then pumps it out this way, so it'll pump air or water. Kind of loud for an air pump, but it will pump air. So yeah, and then I just took it from the tank that they're in now, and I just started dripping. Left it go overnight, and a slow, steady drip. The bucket filled about, I don't know, 3/4 of the way up, and I think that was enough to acclimate them to the water, like over probably a good 12 hours or something like that.
John McKenzie said, "Good morning, weirdos."
Good morning, Mr. McKenzie. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, so that's how I did that. And then once the bucket was full, I just kind of plopped and dropped. And then put them in the tank and then topped it off. Now, I did something very similar. Oh, this is what we got to talk about. Summer tub. I screwed up on the summer tub big time. I should have probably broke that down before I went to the Clash, because there were a couple nights that it dipped down in like the 40s, right? I was like, oh man. I went out there the one morning, and it was like ice cold. Like cold. I'm like, oh man. I pulled all the algae out. I pulled all the mops out. I pulled everything out of that tank except for whatever was in the bottom. And I didn't see a single fish. I'm like, damn it. Everything died. So I went to work. It was heating up to like the 70s and 80s during the day. So I'm like, all right, well, came home from work. Didn't see anything in the fish tank, in the tub. I'm like, damn it, man, everything died. And I was kind of all bummed out about it. And then I was doing something outside. I looked over in there. I'm just staring at it, looking, and I see something dart. I'm like, wait, there is something alive in there. And there was. And what's cool about it, I'll show you in a sec here, is that I'm pretty sure they're past guy rainbows. The Celebes I don't think made it, but the past guys did. Here, let me raise this up. Oh, that's a rock. Okay. What is on the floor there? Sorry guys, you're going for a ride. Hang on. Really gotta get my other camera up and running again. Can't see anything here, so I gotta turn the light on. That is definitely a past guy rainbow. There was actually and I was just done draining, and started draining all the water. I'm like, I saw something else dart around. I'm like, there's another fish. So 2 of them survived. That's it from the summer tub, everything. And I did the same thing here. I drip acclimated them took this tank water, dripped it all the way down, and actually put half the, whatever bucket they were in, I put most of the water back in this tank with them, so that kind of like half and half. I think that might be a Celebi. I don't know. The female, whatever it is. And that's going to be the hardest thing to determine, is what the females are. So, not a total failure, but not great. Not great. Could have been better. And over here, the fry setup that we my for Gertrude's.
Vinoksky said, "Good morning, everyone."
Good morning, man. Thanks for joining us. There's 3 fry here. These are getting bigger. These are actually almost getting big enough to go back to the main colony. I haven't touched mops in weeks. I've been kind of, I mean, we did this, what, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? No, 4 weeks ago. Has it been that long already? So I haven't touched any mops. Just kind of letting everything reset. How long ago did we build this thing? It wasn't last week, because it wasn't here. And I think it was the week before that, right?
Benjamin Peters said,
running.
"What's up?"
Yo. that, that bot really belted that out. That was awesome. I love it. So yeah, I think, what is it? Not last week, not the week before, so 3 weeks now this has been up and running. I need to add some water. None of these have lids on it, so get some evaporation here. I did have to turn the pump down, like a lot. Well, the pump's as low as it can run, and I have a valve on the outflow up top here. There's a valve on that setup to kind of adjust the flow. I had to turn it down because sometimes it backs up here because I guess it was flowing too much, and then that caused the top tank to back up a little bit. Not like it was overflowing, but what would happen is it would get higher than this divider, and then I kept finding these fry on that side. So I was like, all right, I got to fix that. So I just slowed it down more. Kind of now, just that you can see how fast this is draining in the bottom here. Constantly moving, so.
Jen Yu said, "Good morning, everyone."
Jen Yu, good morning. I haven't checked for any fry in these things in a long time, so let me get my trusty old flashlight. Oh my god! Almost fell. Can't turn like that. I don't think. Get anything in here? These are the Luminatus mops. I don't see anything in here. We have a ton of ricotta's. We got a ton of Celebes. We have some Gertrudes. Might be time to move them. They're getting big. They're getting big enough that I can definitely tell there's one male, 2 males. Is that a male? Might just be a female. Those are males. Yeah. So we can move them out. And that's that. So that's what's new in the fish room as far as that goes. I gotta do these mops, man. I really do. I think what I should do is just take all the mops out of these
Rip's World
tanks.
said, "My tub is still up and running too."
Well,
but the temps have still been pushing up into the 90s here.
Yeah.
And the stocking is platinum ricefish and rosy red minnows.
Okay.
So I'm not that worried.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry much about that either. Yet.
SWFL Treasure Detecting said, "Hit that like button, it's free."
There you go, man. Hit it. Hit it hard. Smash that like button. Yeah, so that's what's going on with this. I do need to add some water to this. I do think I'm going to take all the mops out and kind of reset the whole thing, right? Start fresh. Because it's been 3 weeks since I've even... And I didn't touch the mops like weeks before that too, because I knew I was going to do this. So it's probably been 5-6 weeks since I even put a new mop in any of these things. So I think we should start with that. Sounds like a plan. Ow! Oh my god, I can't kneel like that. Get too old for this shit. Alright. Definitely need some coffee. Alright, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take the mops out. First of all, water feels. Test the temp on this water. 77.5. That's pretty good. That's the top tank. The heater, oh yeah, I don't know if you guys remember, I was having a problem with that heater controller. I left it unplugged for a whole 24 hours, plugged it back in, and it was working fine. It's been working fine ever since. I should, when I fill this up, I fill it up with RO water because I'm trying to soften it or keep it soft. Let's see what it's at. 425, not that soft. A lot of TDSs in there. So what I'm going to do right now, take my trusty jug of RO water. Here, let's go over here. Get a better angle on what's happening here. My little oil change thing. Changing fluids. So I can get water in here without spilling all over the place. Still spill all over the place though. Some of these fricatas are getting pretty big too. I should probably get them out of there.
Window Liquor. 5 said, I didn't see Fishymon on Vibe Stream. Did he make it to the clash?
He didn't make it, man. Kind of. I texted him on when I was going down. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm not coming." He told me to congratulate Foxy and Peplin for him, which I never did. So, congrats from the Fishymon. Yeah, that was kind of bummed. Whatever. All right. Let's take these ones out. Any last minute fry popping out of here? Good luck. Each one of these tanks has their own sponge filter too, just to keep aeration, filtration, I guess. Snails all over that. Okay, that's that. Any fry. Let that settle down. Guess we could try and catch some of these and see.
Empire of Dirt Aquatics. Jeff Kane said Foxy and Peplin should be at the Quad City swap today.
Oh yeah, cool. That's cool. All right, we should try. Dubious, look at this guy. Probably put this in a different tank.
Whips World said, my biggest issue I have so far from the clash is what you do with my aquascape tank. I probably should have just given it away or something. It's sitting on the kitchen island now.
Oh yeah,
waiting.
You just reminded me, dude. Hang on, before we get into anything here, I have a video. I could show you all the aquascapes. What one was yours? What number was yours, Whip? I didn't even know you did it. Hang on, I have a whole friggin' video on this. Totally forgot about it. I was going to show you guys. Good call reminding me. I also have it coming out on my channel on, be out tomorrow. But you guys, since you're here, get the sneak peek, man. Hold on, hold on. This. I think I can do it this way. Clean stuff.
Geek Boy said middle finger emoji.
What's up, Geek? He was at the Clash too. Good time. Easy video. What is this? Alright, let's do this. Escape. Get to hang tight for a sec, guys. Local file, where is this? Oh. Oh, literally. Browse.
Whip's World said I'm
Bear with me.
actually not sure what the number was. It was the worst one next to last on the left against the glass wall. Kiddie corner, sorta, from
All right.
Big Steve.
Okay. I don't remember which one. Like, dude, I went through and I filmed them all, but I don't remember. I was actually confused on which one won. I think it was. I think I know which one it was. I know which one came in best in show. 2022. What did I name this one? Clash. Okay, that's why I can't find it. Clash Aquascape. Oh, there we go. Billy, you're not helping. Just putting that out there. All right, let's see if this works. Let's wait till hang on. Gotta reset this. Transform, there it is. Screen, there we go. Okay. There we go. Now hopefully you get audio too. Turn it down, it's just music, right? This is... Okay. Well, look at the number in the corner and tell me which one it is. This was, I'm pretty sure, Small World Aquatics. I like this one. Oh, they're all cool. I thought they were all good, man. I don't know what you're talking about, Whip. Oh, wait. You guys can hear me, right? Yeah. I think I know which one you were talking about. Is it the one that, like, the water was lower on it? Five. I actually really like this tank. I voted for this tank. For 5. I thought it was cool. Looks better in person, honestly. This one's very cool as well. Hopefully that music's not too loud. I can turn it down more. I can't hear it. It's not playing for me. But I'm pretty sure it's playing for you. I think this is the one that won. Pretty sure this is the one that won. If it's not this one, it was this one. One of those two. There was no number 8. For some reason, there was a tank missing. But I'm pretty sure that was that number 7 that won. These are all cool, man. Number 14 was Whip. Go check the sticker that's on it. This one is really cool. This is the one that won Best in Show. I'm surprised this one didn't win outright. But look at these. These fish are incredible. I actually took some extra footage just to get some of these fish. These are glow danios. Longfin glow danios. Which are, you know, genetically altered. Whatever. They looked wild. In person, they looked really cool. Look a little skinny here, but pretty cool. This was Crypt Keeper Aquatics tank. Or Crypt Keeper. Cool. Alright, Jen, you have a good one, man. 13. Probably should have gotten names and who these tanks were. This is Whips, I'm guessing. A lot of Luigia, yep. That's the last one. So yeah, anyway, these are all great. They're all great tanks. But obviously somebody's got to be the winner. And I think it was... And can I go back? Yeah, I can go. I think this was the winner. Oh yeah, the bot doesn't speak on this screen either. Yeah, I think that was the winner. Well, that one was really cool. And what I said, this one was the best in show. We're gonna look at those Glow Danios again because they're cool. I also have some footage from the fish show. I just went through and videoed stuff I thought was cool. There were a lot of fish there, and obviously a lot of them were kind of like stressed out, so they weren't looking the best. So I basically just took video of the ones I thought were cool. However, I haven't done any of the editing on that stuff yet, so it's just all raw footage at the moment. Maybe stay tuned. Maybe I'll get to that next week. But yeah, that was that. That was that. All right, back to this. Oh my god, almost fell. Let me start filling this back up. My RO jug, because I need more. All right.
Window Licker 5 said those tanks all look really good.
Yeah, I thought they were.
But I can't stop thinking that a glow light theme tank with light show would do really well and be the only one.
Yeah. Yeah, the problem is I don't think you have to use like the lights that they have. I know you can backlight or put back panels on some of them. All right, I'm just pulling all these mops out, right? I have to reset all these mops. Actually, I should probably get the mops I have from outside too. I pulled them out of the tank and just like let them sit there to dry out in the sun. Lots of mops. Try and keep the moss tank. I think it's kind of a hopeless cause at this point. So much moss dropped in this. Good for fry tanks, I guess. That moss anyway, it's kind of likes to float. Take from up here. So sit there. I had this moss in here that I got from Crypt Reaper last year at the Clash, so this moss has been in these tanks for a year now. Good to know I haven't killed it. Actually, it looks pretty good. I don't know what kind of moss it is, but it's nice and thick and green and fuzzy. Whoa. Mops.
Fishy Monsieur,
Oh
said Jasmine,
God.
did you kiss Roxanne for me?
No, I didn't. I did give him fish tanks though. Give Peplin. Well, I gave him two, one of each, one to each, but Peplin took them both. I handed them personally to Peplin, is what I'm saying. Those are Patty's tanks, 5 gallons. I gave them to Peplin. And no, I didn't kiss her for you. Sorry, man. You should have been there. Everybody was bummed you weren't. DJ Autocross was there. Chattanooga Ed. A lot of people were there, man. A good time. Oh, I'm stuck. There. All right. I think I should catch these guys out. Because they're looking pretty big. These are Illuminatus, or Gertrudes. You say that wrong. Gertrude. See if I can. Oh, you can't even see them. How about now? The live stream to
Jody
catch
P.
up.
Tropical Fish.
Jody P,
Co
what's
said,
going
good
on?
morning. I found out I missed my opportunity to meet you at the Clash.
I heard you were there, and I was like, "Where is she?" I've like never. I knew. I was trying to say, "Where are you?" I wanted to meet you, but you were never around at that time, so I did miss the opportunity to meet you. Who else? Oh, yeah, I met your partner. I think the dude. I guess you're opening a fish store in Iowa. Is this what I heard? I was talking to somebody about this, and the guy you're working with, Fish Tank, Fish something Co. I can't remember the name honestly, man. I was just drinking a lot of rum at the Clash, all right? You gotta forgive me. Yeah, I did miss you. I did get to hang out with
Geek Boy
Kalish,
said,
though.
Mr. Karen.
Mr. Karen.
Fishyman said something important came up, had to cancel my trip.
That sucks, dude. Hope everything's all right. Sorry, guys, I was moving around a little bit. Mr. Karen.
Jody P. Tropical Fish. Co said I was kind of tucked away decorating a cake the first 2 days I was there.
Oh, man. That cake looked good. I did not have any, though. I was stuffed to the gills by the time I went to that wedding. I had just eaten dinner. Oh, my God. It was a nice wedding, though. Gotta say.
Here comes the rain again,
All right, that's some
falling
water.
on my head like a memory, falling on my head like a new emotion.
Ishimon. Can I catch him with this? This is gonna be hard with this little net. I lost him. Yeah, there it is. Come on, man. Get in there. Oh, I had you. Almost. There you go. That's one. Two. Bet. Three. Boom. Cool. That wasn't too bad. It's gonna be hard to catch in the lower ones. Not gonna be easy. I'm gonna float this here for a little while. Temp should be pretty close. The water should be pretty close. Same tap. There's nothing in this one. Bunch of Celebes in here, and these take quite a while to grow up, honestly. They're a little bit slower of a rainbow. There are some bigger ones in there. One out.
Killer Kitty 8 said,
Yeah,
that
Killer
was the
Kitty was there.
smoothest fish catching I've ever seen.
Thanks. Killer Kitty was at the Clash. Good time too.
Fishymont said, Jazrin, did you get me anything from the Clash?
I did. I got it from Geek Boy.
Thank you, Killer Kitty 08 for the 500 USD Shiba dog, clapping his hands super sticker.
What?
You rock.
It wasn't 500. Okay, I was like, holy smokes. But thank you very much. I appreciate that. This light just fell off. Try and get this back on. There we go. That for my smooth fish catching. But yeah, we played what the heck was that game we played? With that was actually kind of fun. Ed brought this board game where you had like, I don't even know how to describe it, a bunch of pitchers. Kalish, Killer Kitty, and me were on a team. Whip.
Geek Boy said I was handing them out quite freely at the Clash.
Those middle fingers, yeah.
Whip's World said I didn't check the totals, so I tipped on top of the included gratuity that gave them a total $100 tip.
Wow.
Killer Kitty 8 said code names.
Code names, that was it. That was a fun game. Good time. I don't know if we won or not, but should I pull these guys? I don't know. I think some of the bigger ones might be a problem for the fry. These are Celebes. Now the question is, do I put them with my F2s, or do I put them back in the main colony? I don't know. Then again, maybe I should just leave them. Ooh, hang on. That's so let me know the jug is full. So I can add more RO water to this whole system. I'll just add it to this tank. It was in this tank. It all ends up in a sump anyway. I haven't seen Kayla since the class, and I meant to get like contact info from her because she told me she knows somebody that's got some cyanodorsalis. Cyanodorsalis? I don't know how you want to say it. And I definitely need to get more of those. That's like a goal of mine. Alright. Need to think about what I'm doing here. I think maybe I just let them go for a little while.
Fishy Mon60 said, oh, it's get you got me the middle finger from Geek Boy. Keep it somewhere warm until I see you.
No worry. Those frittatas are getting big too. Alright, well, we definitely got to get some of those frittatas out. I don't think Fry's going to live very long with these dudes. Especially that big one. So, I guess get my net. See if I can get you guys in a better position here.
Empire of Dirt Aquatics, Jeff Kane, said she's on Discord. I would share your channel with her, but I believe you have it on lockdown.
I do? I don't
Geek
think
Boy
I do.
said I can get you plenty of cyanobacteria. Windowlicker 5 said I was working Saturday night when I thought to check if anyone was streaming at the Clash, and there you were with Vibes.
Oh, that's right, Vibes.
I really laughed when you said he really is here.
Dude, I gotta confess, I was pretty lit when I was sitting there. I was like, oh my god, I shouldn't be streaming. Alright, hang on. I'm gonna use, oh. Actually, that would probably work too. Probably work better. Nope. No, it won't. Sorry, man. This is probably really hectic for you guys. Works. Not sure what you're seeing. Alright. I guess that's as good as it's getting. So, yeah. There was a lot going on in that room. There was a lot of people there. Like a background, there was a whole group of people off to the side just hanging out talking. I am going to grab some water from the top here.
Fishy Monsor said, Jazrin, I knew you were, I could see it in you face. Window Liquor 5 said everyone was light. Kenny was having a great time.
Oh, yeah.
Empire of Dirt Aquatics. Jeff Kane said definitely not shareable for me.
That's interesting. I gotta look at that, man. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that. Stuck on the airline. I might need a bigger net. I don't think I'm catching these guys with this little thing. At least not easily. Come on, you. I thought there was one in there. It was just dirt. Hang on, let's get another net. Try and make this easier. Why am I making it hard? Yeah, I'll definitely look at that. Look at it in a moment here, but what am I doing? I need it. Whoa. Yeah, I will definitely, I'll make sure you get it unlocked or whatever, and you can give her the info. Alright, this is going to be a little bit here. Let's hose. Go. Go back that way. Better. Better. Big guys. Where are they? It's back there. Did I catch any? Yes, I did. Caught at least one. Need to move this here. Two. Now the problem with the fricatas is the adults in the main colony are kind of big. So if I get something too small, the adults are going to chase it and probably eat it. You just got to be careful. Pretty sure I caught it. Maybe not. No, I didn't. Oh, no, I did. All right. Hard to see in this tank. All right, I think I got the two biggest one. That one little one I'm going to have to take out. You can stay out too. Any other in here? Too big? It's kind of big. Catch him, I did catch him. Doesn't help that this handle's all bent up too. Alright, so we got 3 in here, 4 in here. Trying to see. Trying to judge sizes, let's put it that way. The other one's too big. That guy's kind of like on the edge. I think they are big enough, though. I don't think it should be a problem. I have to move these probes. Did I catch him? I don't think I did. I think he got out. Anything in here? Go. See one there. Can't tell if I got anybody. Oh, I did. It's like there's a weird transition between where the lip of the glass is and what I can see and what I can't see. Pretty sure that's not the one I was looking for, though. Yeah, there's hillsiding. 2. Definitely caught you. At this point, I just catch them all. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in here. That guy's little. One more in here. Where'd he go?
Victor C. said Monday you can look at the full moon, the harvest moon.
Yes. Monday. I feel like that guy is kind of like a little. Oh, I got this weird handle bent. He's kind of small. I'll probably leave him here.
Benjamin Peters said usually, I enjoy watching others chase fish, but this is becoming agonizing LOL.
Come on now, it ain't that bad. I caught all the ones I think I'm catching. Let me take a look, see if any of these look too small for me. I think we'll be alright with the main colony, I don't think. Problem is some of these are getting too big.
Geek Boy said I can show you a full moon before Monday.
No thanks.
Whips World said Jason. Or anyone who got the bag of stuff at the Clash.
Yes.
Any idea what the plastic half-clip things are that were in there?
I think somebody was
Any
just talking about
idea
that.
if the Small World's Maple Pack is fish food with honey?
Hang on one second. Somebody just said that there was a isopod feeding thing. Little feeding tray for isopods, which seems to make a lot of sense. I don't know what you feed isopods, but I'm assuming something. I'm going to add more water to this tank. And that fish food, I didn't really look at it. I just saw that it was fish food.
Fishy Monster said, I see. I missed a lot of big names at the Clash. Kenny E. Corey from the Coop.
Kenny E
and they
was
miss
there.
meeting me, LOL.
Yeah.
Daniken Aquatic said, morning, Jason.
See? He's here. Good morning. I didn't get to see you
Liquor
before I
5
left,
said,
man, and I'm sorry
Have
about
you
that.
ever
I
danced
meant...
with the devil in the pale moon like, I'm Batman, lol.
That's funny. No, Kenny E. Daniken. I didn't say bye before I left, man, and I apologize. I meant to say it, but I was all wrapped up, packing up. Hope you made it home safe, apparently. But it was good hanging out with you, man. Yeah, Kenny was there. Apparently Danny was there too, but I didn't get to see her the whole weekend. Fill that back up with water. All right. That is that for them. Let's see. Should we do? We should do some of these. I need a tray. What do you call it? A specimen container. I can dump those. Gertrude's has been in here long enough. It's been 10 minutes. You can be free to join your parents.
Benjamin Peter said, Jason, what did you bring home for fish?
I got a bunch of Synodontis from Whip, five of them, petricolas. I got a bunch of blue diamond neocaridinias, caridina from Garden of Eden. I got 5 or 6.
Daniken Aquatics said, up early to watch my Vikings at TV 6:30 a.m.
Nice.
Fishymon said, did you talk to Corey, or was he not mixing with the common folk?
He was out and about, but every time I saw him, he had a crowd of people like standing around chatting him up. So kind of nodded and went on my way. My wife's like, "Hey, that's Corey from Aquarium Co-op." So he's reached a fame level that non-fish people he can even recognize who he is. Let me see. I guess ideally I just catch them all. Pokemon.
CR Pish Cheryl Smith said, good morning, Jason and chat.
Good morning, Cheryl. Thanks for joining us. Oops. Dripping water on my camera. Never a good thing. What I need to do is I bent this. I forget why I bent this. I think it was too long for me to get somewhere. And now it's just like constantly catching on things. I should get my snips. Rusty. They are. Can I cut this? Oh my god. Hang in there, puppy. You're gonna be okay. Dude. Yeah, I cut that.
Fishymonic said, Kenny, I missed meeting you at the Clash.
It's because you didn't go. Oh my god. Yeah, there we go. Man, that was not easy. But now I got a shorter.
Victor C said, go Phillies,
net.
go Eagles.
Go Eagles. Go Birds. Come on, you. Oh. Catch it. Did catch him. I think I caught him. I don't know what I caught. Anything? Yep, caught something.
Fishymon said, fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Go Birds. I gotta move you guys back. I keep getting you all wet. Weird is I know there's a fish in this net, but I can't see it. Oh, there it is. Cool. Doesn't help that there's this big hose like right in the middle of the whole tank.
Whip's World said, for the record, upon further review, the bee pollen granules are shrimp food.
Ah, yes. I actually got bee pollen from Somebody at Triple Crown still have it. I don't think I've ever really fed it. All right. You get stuck on that thing. It's not good. That was a twofer. We got 2, 4, 6 in there. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 7 in there. Oh, we're getting there. A couple other big ones over there that I'd like to get. This one right here. Go. Anybody else left in here? Couple. My God. I'm just taking a whole colony with me. At this point, makes the most sense. Whatever this is. Moss, that's the word. Moss. You back there. Who else is left in here?
Geek Boy said who wouldn't want to get the big uns?
Big uns. The big uns! That's Wiley. Boom, there you go. Sometimes you gotta scare them away from the glass. They like to surf on that glass. Little. So hard to see in this net. Too little. Alright, what else we got? We got at least one more. Hiding down there. Hiding over here.
Window Liquor 5 said, "Are you following Baseball Jason? The Blue Jays are on a roll again. Go Jays go."
No, I don't really follow sports
KJE
that much.
Aquatics said, "Hello people."
Good morning, Keith. Keith was at the class for a little bit. I hang out with him. I think I caught him. One of those, he's in his net somewhere, but I don't see him. Comes out. Maybe he's still in here. Oh, he is still in here. Thought he was in the net. Now he is. Now he is. All right. That's everybody. I think. Double check. I don't see anything in this tank anymore. Cool. So I think that's all the fry I'm catching. The that. Put these mops over here. Or not mops, whatever. Nets. That's the word.
Whip's World said, "Has anyone ever tried the Natural Rapport all-in-one water conditioner? It came in the bag of goodies. Should I just toss it?"
That's the. Hang on, let me. Get this stuff here. I guess this is stuff they sell at Petco. I think is what it said. Natural, yeah, this one. I used it, but I didn't put any fish in it. I was gonna my little 2-gallon tank, but I never actually took them out of the bag. Salt, fresh, and pond. It is a all-in-one water conditioner. I guess it's just a standard. What do you call it? Like, what's the word I'm looking for? The stuff that you use for like dechlorinator. I think that's all it is. And I think that's pretty standard stuff, right? Warnings. Use a silicate test for ammonia. Nestlers will give false high and off scale readings. Silicate test? Ammonia? How does that work? Not a medication, chemotherapy agent, or economic poison. That's good. Do not use unchelated copper medications. Do not store in freezer. Weird. It's designed to reduce toxins at the following rates: 1 part per million ammonia, 2 parts per million chlorine, 3.2 parts per million chloramine. So yeah, it's a dechlorinator. It's probably the same thing as Prime, just a different form. I mean, I don't think it's gonna. I don't know. I have a bunch of that stuff, so it'll probably just sit somewhere till it ages out, and then I truck it. I don't know. I don't think it'll do any harm. Let me get this brand new towel. Dishwater on it. Yes. Here are the fry. On place. There we go. Off. All right. So only a couple of the frittatas are still in the tank here. These guys are probably all just going to go in the. I don't know. Kind of tempted just to put them back with the main colony, but I think maybe I should keep them with the F2s. I'm going to put them in the F2s. I'm going to let them float for a hot minute. Although, it might be a mistake. What I should do is feed them before they get. I'll feed them those golden pearls. Talking about feeding the colony, not the fry. Fry can eat when they get in there. Okay, next. Now that I've emptied all the mops out, I can put mops back in. And, well, that might be a problem. I didn't put any mops in some of these tanks, so. What color is this mop? Green? Green? All green? Yeah, greens. So maybe I stick a green mop in there. It's green. Yes, cool. Do I have a green mop in this one? Yes. The only one I don't have anything in is the why can't I think of the word? Past Guy Rainbows. So maybe we just do, yeah, we'll just do the other mops. And then we can start fresh with blue. This is the Luminatus. I should label these tanks too, because I don't have any labels on them since I swapped out to this new system. And these mops have been floating in there in these tanks for a little while, so I'm not sure if there's anything in these. Snail eggs is what that looks like. Luminatus. I guess we can go over here. Wide angle. Nancy B in Tennessee, good morning. Alright. So I need a blue. Do I have blue mops? I hope so. I hope so. That's blue. That's not blue. Not blue. That's not blue. I only have one blue mop. What's going on here, man? This might be a problem. I have some mops over here. It's blue. It's green. How about down there? Something down here. Ouch! Green. Where are my blue mops? Probably outside. Don't think I want to put them in this tank,
Benjamin
so we might have to
Peters
skip
said
blue.
I spy a freezer. Now I know where he hides the bodies.
Yeah. Yeah. Good times. This fish room's a mess at the moment. Alright, so we're going to skip the green, or the blue. Do I have enough other colors? All I have is green, 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 green. These are yellow. That's red. Where are all my mops? I guess they're all outside. Apparently I need to make some mops.
Fishroom said, is there a reason for no snails in the pseudo tanks?
There should be snails in there. I see snails
Window Licker
here,
5
here,
said,
there.
okay, I'm a little lost. Are you doing a total mop reset?
Yeah, I am. Just because it's been like a month since I swapped out the mops. Let's see, I got a bunch of green. Maybe I should just wait. I don't have enough mops, and I'm just going to confuse myself. I have 1, 2, 3. All right, how many tanks do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 of them are Celebes. So, all right, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to wait. How about that? We're going to wait a week. I'll keep the mops in there, the ones I have currently. I can clean the other mops. I'm going to put this one back. And the eggs in here anyway. There are snails in here, man. There's snails all over these. Like little ones, pond snails, bladder snails. Just going to put this back with the colony. Algae, holy smokes. We'll deal with. We'll let the mops sit for a week. How about that? I'll feed them the new food. And everything should work. I just pulled all these mops out, so I gotta clean them. Hey, that's where all my mops are. Yeah, right here. Derp. Because I just pulled out of the tank. I gotta rinse all these and kind of let them dry, I think. So yeah, I think we're gonna do a reset on this whole system for now. And just let it sit. There's still some fry in the frittata tank. We'll just let them chill. The streams. What's going on? There is snails in here, man. I can't believe you can't see them. All right, moving on. That's enough of that. Let's do this water change, testing, all that good stuff. Now, I have noticed something this morning when I came down here in the middle of the night, is that this is chugging hard because it's clogged. Dog with Blackbeard. I think that's a sign. Blackbeard starting to come off and float around. Ouch. Also, probably that the tank is low on water. Let me fix the power head. Let me test some water. And we'll change it. Oh, I didn't even make the water, so I gotta do that first. But we can do that while stuff is being tested, I guess. Grab my hands, these buckets. Guess I can run you through how this goes. Just need to clean this up a little bit. Set that there for now. Dust off of this. Off of that. Okay. Bear with me a second. I'm going to move you guys over here if I can. Look at this corner of my fish room. This is the laundry room. The wife hates that I have this in the corner here, but the necessity. That is a thing of RO. A trash can, basically filled with RO water. I have that hard plumbed into the RO system. Little float valve in there. I'll show you that in a sec. Drink some coffee. I don't know how much further I can come over this way because I'm tied up over there. Let me get the remineralizer. This. So I don't have to make all these droops in the way, out of the way.
Fishroom said I get little bits of Blackbeard sometimes never flow.
Never flow. Probably a little angle. Oop. This is the RO. This is empty, but this is where I'm going to mix the remineralize.
Window Licker 5 said, I think the Wavemaker is a fail.
Yeah.
Would a coop power head save you frustration? Would get rid of airstone and move the water? Win-win.
The only thing I have airstones in
Fishroom
is
said near flow or in high flow.
I think near flow or in high flow. I get little bits of Blackbeard sometimes near flow or in high flow. I see. Gotcha. Well, I've been having Blackbeard problems for a while now, so. Alright. This is where I mix stuff. I actually use this for the salt water too. 1 tablespoon, and these are 2 halves, so 1 tablespoon. Side. This over here. Now, take off the lid to the RO. While I'm sitting here, usually take my trusty old TDS meter. We are at 1 TDS, so that's. I don't know, can you see it? You can kind of see it. There's float here, I'll bring you closer. Float valve is right there. And when that obviously fills up, it shuts off the RO system. That's how that works. And then the RO system is behind me at the sink. It's plumbed around here into this side. And I use this little pump. Only this pump. For this exact purpose. Put it in there. Here. Fill up the water there.
P&W Aqua said good morning, folks.
Good morning. Thanks for doing this. And I have a mark on this thing for 20 gallons. So this one I'm filling up now holds 20 gallons. I think this one holds 35 or 30. It does get awful low. And that little one holds 10. Yeah, 10 gallons. And I use that mostly for when I do the brackish stuff. When I fill this with salt water, I'll have some left over, and I mix it with RO to make it brackish. So I just fill this up. Takes a minute. Try and agitate the salts, mineral salts. When it's all done, I stir it too, but helps when you're mixing.
Window Licker 5 said the Coupe power head fits on the sponge filter.
Oh.
I run 2 of them in my 75G, pushing the water in a circle. Seems to work pretty good.
That's an idea. Tell you what, I bought that little power head that Fishcapades recommended. No.
Whip's World said 2 of my tanks have blackbeard algae so bad that I have completely given up on trying to remove it.
Never
I
give
think
up.
I'm done with co-op sponges too.
Never give up.
That randomly stop allowing airflow, so...
Interesting. Like the airstone stops? Is that what you mean, or it just clogs up? Yeah, the co-op sponges they're okay. I mean, they do the job, but a little too coarse for my liking. And that whole airstone thing falling off all the time just drive me nuts, man. So I just bypass that whole system, that thing, and just stick the airline all the way down to the bottom.
P&W Aqua said never surrender!
That's right. Wolverines. We're almost there. Yeah, the Blackbeard, man, I don't know. We're trying real hard. That's what this whole system is. It looks like it's getting better. I don't know. That's why we're testing. We're seeing what works, what changes. Getting close to being full. Hear the water trickling. The RO is flowing.
Danikin Aquatics said Jason I ate Scrapple while I was there, LOL.
Oh, nice. Did it have whiskers in it? That was the last time I had Scrapple, had whiskers in it. Like full on whiskers. Like, dude, what am I eating? Did you have any shoe fly pie? That's where it's at, man. I'm telling you. Gotta have the wet one, the wet bottom. Shoe fly pie. Molasses. Alright, so put this lid back on so we don't get anything in there. Take my trusty stir stick. Give this a good swishing.
Whip's World said they won't allow air to pass through the collar. The sponges haven't been the problem.
Interesting. Interesting. Alright, I'm going to put this lid back on for now. And we're going to go over here. What's up, puppy? Bear with me, folks. Now we can start testing. All right. Well, yeah, let's get these first. Before I stir up everything and make a mess. And I already did that. Boom. There. Might have been too much. Tripping out, I'm tripping out. Good enough. All right. Now that I got that, ow. Lids. This one will control.
That's lovely, that is.
Yes, it is. Don't you hate on my
Fishy Mansour said scrapple is mystery meat.
mystery meat? Ground up pig bits. Kind of like hot dogs, but different. Did you like it, Kenny? That's what I want to know. It's not bad, actually. Kind of got like a... Yeah, it's been a while, but... Eat it with apple butter. That's good. Another Pennsylvania Dutchy thing, man. Apple butter, scrapple, shoe fly pie, pork and sauerkraut's like a religion. Stuff. All right. Let me do TDS here. See what the TDSs are.
Danikin Aquatic said tastes like chicken Jason Lowell. Bruiser
Nice.
CB said scrapple is the food stuff.
Yeah. 225 is what the TDSs are. That's not too bad. Down a bit. Right, 225, yep. 225. Write that down. Now, it's been 2 weeks since I've tested this. It's been 2 weeks since I've done a water change. So we'll see how this all turns out. I should probably test the silicates because it's been a while. Although I don't think they've changed. But let me fix this first. Anyway, I was going to say about this power head. This power head is one of these Aqueon ones. It's horrible. I hate it. I need to get rid of it. I don't remember who was the one that suggested I make a 3D printed magnet thing. Swap out the... That's a great idea, except I haven't done it yet. They keep pulling this thing up. Oh, it was rooting. Whoops. I can get it to stay in here. You be eyeing me like that. I see you over there.
Whip's World said Mrs. Whip just handed me a giant pile of perfectly cooked bacon.
Oh,
Don't be jealous! Don't be jealous!
I'm jealous. I am jealous. Let me toss this out. Oh my god. It's a weird angle to be bending at. I gotta turn that back on. There's my pokey. My pokey's right here. This thing chooching. Yeah. You don't blow right on the thing I was trying to
P&W Aqua said Powerhead sounds better than it is. Ultimately, it's a little aggressive.
Yeah. This one is, it always falls off. Well, actually, it was doing good for a long time. I don't know. I must have bumped it. Man, did I stir up a mess here. Ow. And this was chugging like that. You hear that? I think it's because either we're low or we might have to do a little maintenance on that sump or filter. Probably clogged with the blackberry algae. Look at it blowing around. It's everywhere. All right. Let's test. Then we'll start draining. Probably do both at the same time. Let's do that. I just have to keep my eye on it. Because I don't want to get too low. I have a mark. The water. We have a fill line or a drain line. Let me unplug that filter so it doesn't churn. All right, that stop? Yes, okay. All right, let's have at it. Grab my phone so I can see what you guys are saying. Share with the class, Whip. Yeah, exactly. Can't just eat. Did you bring enough for everyone? Oh, I'm hungry. Powerhead. All right, let's start with the nitrates. Testing. Calibrate the checker. Okay. Get a packet of stuff. Ooh, okay, we got one. So I'm gonna just start opening another box. Squatchy. Yeah, anyway, this, I was talking about power heads.
Window licker.
Or aggressive heads, I guess.
5 said check that Powerhead out, dude. I have spare sponges and just swap it out. Let dry out good to go. Gets rid of the airstone. Easy.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. However, this is what I was going to say. I got that one power head that Mel Fishroom was talking about, or Fishcapades. And that one's okay. That does clog a lot. Probably better in a tank that didn't have like all the mold
Benjamin
and stuff
Peters said, have a great day, fishy peeps. May your tanks be ever fertile.
Have a good one, man. Thanks for stopping in. The other power head I have is this one. What is it called? A Hydor. I got it from like the local Petco. And it's a little big, but honestly, that thing has never once missed a beat in years that I've been using it. Years. That thing's been running like a champ. And I'm thinking about grabbing another one of those because that thing was great. It uses a magnet to kind of hold it on, so gets rid of that whole suction cups fail thing. All right, that's cooking for 7 minutes.
Bionic Bigfoot said I use a toothbrush and a lot of time whippy.
What are we cleaning? Calibrating. That's calibrated.
Whip's World said there probably was enough for all of you. It was an entire package, I think.
Jeez.
Unfortunately, I am the whip, and I didn't get this way by eating salad, and now it's gone.
Well, I can't say I blame you. That's a lot of bacon, though. Maybe your wife's trying to off you. Oh, man. Not murder if it's a heart attack, right?
P&W Aqua said magnets are virtually indistinguishable from magic.
Yeah, you ain't wrong. And if you spin some magnets and add wires, you get magic. Sparky kind. Scuba Steve, what's up?
Bionic Bigfoot said the Acorn Coupe filter whip.
The power head or the sponge filter? Or do they have another filter? I've really done a lot of shopping there recently. Alright.
Scuba Steve-O's Aquatics said at work, can't find any box cutters, so I shall sit back on my butt.
There you go, man. Woo. Alright. Let's do the silica test, I think. What do we do? We put, if I remember, 6 drops. No, I gotta reread this.
Bionic Bigfoot said sponge filter.
6 drops. Wait 4 minutes. B, wait 1 minute. Calibrate. Okay. Process. Drops. 1. 5. 6.
Whip's World said, all my co-op sponges are slowly failing, Jason. I know it's not the pump, because it can push air through an air stone, but it won't push it through the collar on the sponge filter. Window Licker 5 said no sound, Jason.
Derp. I put my... Man, I've been talking this whole time, too. Sorry, man. I had my mic. I bumped it. 0.59 on the phosphates. That's actually pretty high. No, I was asking questions about the... Yeah, that went up. Probably because I haven't done a water change in 2 weeks. What was I saying? Oh, the co-op, the sponge filter. The way I have it is you put... I just fed the airline through the collar and then put the air stone on the bottom of it so that, you know, the collar is actually... The airline doesn't stop at the collar. It goes through it. I know some of the other ones have like a ring around them now that you attach the airline to. Like on the side, it's almost like a lift tube. Is that the one you're talking about? I muted myself when I was shouting at Alexa. I forgot to unmute myself. Fills the Gardens, what's going on? Good morning. Doing some water changing and testing. Getting close to the cutoff here. Set up for this. Phosphate's got a little high again. I think it's that food, man. I switched. I bought a bag of Bluebell bug bites because I was out. All my other stuff, which I just replenished, but I'm still using the bug bites until they're gone. All right. Oop, hang on. I didn't forget to mute. Fix this. Oh, hear me.
Gills to Garden said I've done that as well. Drilled out the collar a little and pushed the hose through it.
Okay,
I've
so
also just put an airstone directly in the collar, then airline to it, and haven't had issues.
interesting. So is this the one that has like the air, like it's offset the collar that you plug the air stone into? Maybe there's something clogging it, man. I mean, it seems like they, I don't know if they're 3D printed or injection molded. Why is it? There are nipples on either side of the collar, and the inside nipple will not hold the air. Goes, falls off repeatedly. We hates it. We hates it. That's exactly what I hated about it too.
How much frozen food do you feed? Do you still have some from that big order you did?
I do. Hang on one sec. We gotta take this out. Let's get this out of the way. I haven't been feeding very much frozen food in this tank at all, actually. I've mostly been doing the bug bites. Now that I got the Ebo Aquarius, well, I'm going to finish off the bug bites first, and then I'm going to start opening the Ebo. But also, I think I'm going to probably vacuum seal some of that Ebo, because that's a lot of Ebo, and I don't want to kind of preserve it, you know. I'll vacuum seal it and stick it in the freezer. And then break open bags as I need them. All right, let's 5.1 on the nitrates. That's up a little bit too.
Scuba Stevo's Aquatics said, do you all put air stones in your sponges for finer bubblation?
Yes. All my sponge filters have air stones in them, yes. But I have, like I said, I think I have the older style where some bubbles off of this thing. Let's calibrate. Add the final. Heck, man. Like air bubbles all. Calibrate. Yeah, all my sponge filters have air stones in them. But like I said, I don't have the one that has that collar. Basically, it's just I could show you. I'm sure I have one somewhere. Maybe. It's not like the new. I think the new design has those offset nipple things, and I think that's a design something. Yeah, and then the airline was falling off of it all the time. That's why I bypassed the whole thing and just went straight through. But my collar was designed just to, you know, air goes straight up. Yeah, not a fan of them, man. They're kind of they need some work. I don't know if that new design's better, honestly. It doesn't sound better. Not sure. I got the old style. Yeah, I got the old style too, I think. I got them when they first came out. Oh yeah, this water's blue already. I'll tell you right now, the silicates are already through the roof. We'll test it. 2 minutes. 3 minutes. And I don't know if the silicates are actually ever going to change, and I think that's part of the problem. Because the sand in this tank is silicate. Right? Kind of hard to get rid of silicates when you got a whole bed of it in the bottom. Alright, let's...
That's lovely, that is.
Yeah, it is. Let me... Where is my second tray? What have I done with it? I got to... I take this filter out and clean it before I put water back in. Oh, I guess. Oh. I gotta clean all those mops. That's on the agenda. Take this out. Down there. Take this out. Oh my god. That's a hard angle to achieve. Oh yeah, look at that. Choked the blackbird. I think that's half the problem. I clean this. The blackbeard is running. Let's clean up the sponge. Man alive.
Bionic Bigfoot said, will USPS deliver the 29-gallon fish tank to me I bought off Amazon?
I mean, yeah, they'll deliver it. Whether it's in one piece or not, it's a whole other story. Might hear a lot of crunching in the bag or the box.
P&W Aqua said yummy.
I'd say it's, you know, roughage, but looks more like slimage. You know, since I have this out, I saw it this morning. I totally forgot I had these things. I have phosphate removing pads. I might stick some of them in this filter. That's a good idea. I got them from the co-op. And I have them still in like the original. I bought them and stuck them in and never used them.
I have the old style too. Running them with the power head on top has worked really well.
Yeah, that
and
sounds
if
like...
you have a spare, just swap it out so easy. Has worked for over 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. And then I gotta buy some tower heads. Not alive. You know, I can get rid of this. This Purigen is probably... Oof. I don't think that's working anymore. Biomedia. That's good. Get the blackbird off of this. Like that. So I'm thinking there is some of this blackbird is like a lot more of it's in the filter than it used to be. So I'm thinking that's a good thing. It means it's kind of breaking free, floating away, probably dying. Let's hope. Let's clean that. Rinse, rinse, rinse. this. Alright, I think we're done on that. Let's put this back in here. This is the biomedia. Don't need this bag of Purigen. I'm just going to chuck it. It's black. I don't think there's any coming back from this. I don't think I'm recharging that. Probably could have saved the bag, but honestly, I think there's a pain in the ass in anything. Alright. While we're sitting here, sun counting down. Yep, silicates are through
Bionic
the roof.
Bigfoot said a Quam-Coop large intake filter don't last past 3 years old.
Oh, let me get the scissors. Silicates are over 2.0. That's the max. They're maxed out for this test. So no change in the silicates. Still through the roof. All right. Phosphate pads. I don't know why they're called phosphate pads. They should be phosphate removing pads. Oh, this is just one big pad, okay. That was two. One pad folded. All right, let's see if we can cut a chunk here. I need scissors. Put this back in here if I can, or if I can't. Put this back where I've had it. I got two of those. Holy cow. All right. Trim this. Should run that part. This is what sponge. Well, shove it in there. Good enough. There you go. This can go back in here as like a, I don't know. Here, we can put this little chunk in here. It hurt. Put it back. What is going on? Why won't you fit? There we go. There we go. Lid. Now we gotta add water. Fill it back up. Yeah. Get my hands off and bring over the big boys. Bucket or the barrel.
Fishcapade said good morning, everyone.
Good morning. You made it. Yeah. Under this or over this, under this, over that. And then we should be good. Ooh. All right. Big old bucket. Yeah. Stick that there. Take that lid off. This water is a little cloudy because I just mixed it. this pump. This little fan, what is that? This pump should go pretty quick.
Bionic Bigfoot said, window, how do you clean the intake filter with about 30 plus plecos and 50 other fish without beating them?
Feeding the fish. Whoa. Oh. Should not have done that, but I did. Alright. This is maximum chooch. Just the plug over here. And away we go. Cool. That'll start filling.
Bionic Bigfoot said, clean.
Clean. This house is clean. Let me reset these test kits. While that's filling, I guess we can look at numbers. Ouch. Okay. Rinsed. My little rack over here to dry. Set this here. Okay.
Whip's World said, just to play devil's advocate, Jason,
Uh-oh.
I have found that high-door wave makers, not the same as a powerhead, all leach electricity into the tank along the
Interesting.
surface water and gives you a nip when you...
Wow. You put your hands in the water. Yeah, that's interesting. The high door, the Higer or high door? All right. Let's take a look at probably oof. This is where we're at.
Bionic Bigfoot said my intake filters on all my hob filters.
Okay. Phosphates. The nitrates are up a little bit. Where are the nitrates? Right here. They're down. Like I said, I didn't do a water change last week, so maybe that's why. They were kind of bottom out at 3. Now they're up to 5, so I think probably drop back down. Phosphates spiked again, pretty high. I think probably the highest they've been. No, they were 0.59 once before. Pretty
P&W
high.
Aqua said all these companies high.
High door. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I think it's, I don't know, I haven't had a problem with mine, but I'll have to check that out. And then what else we got? The TDSs are down, so they're still dropping. Silicates are still through the roof. They've never changed. That's where we're at. It's been a while. I think I did remineralize once, but I forgot to mark it. Usually just add potassium. That's it. All right, that's that. Let's go over here. Chunks of blackbeard floating around now, so doesn't look so black. It looks more brown. Brown beard. Brown beard. Doesn't have the same ring to it. Okay. While this is filling, gotta refresh my coffee. Oh, I can dump out the rye. What I should do, is the frittatas especially, is feed them. They're hungry little boys. Wow, that's almost done. That went quick, man. What other fry did I have floating? These. Already fed them. Here, let's tilt this a little bit. I'm gonna set these guys free. Ken. Oi. That's full. As good as it gets. Trying to get a little last drop. This. That away.
Scuba Stevo's Aquatics said it was good to see you and your lady.
Thanks, man.
Did you guys get any fish pickups at the Clash?
Yeah, I got a handful of Synodontis from Whip. I got 4 Adolphoi Cories from, I don't remember the guy.
Whip's World said Jody P. Did Christopher get moved into the new place? I
That
might
was
have
his
had
name.
a couple too many brownies, but I thought he was telling me he had just bought a place during the Clash.
That was his name, right? Guy, fish tank, fish something company. I can't remember the name, man. Yeah, he's a cool guy. Yeah. What else did I got? I got 4 Adolphoi Cories. I got a bunch of blue diamond shrimp from Garden of Eden. And I got some Pseudomugil pascae rainbows, blue eyes, from Chris's Fishes. He gave me some, how he breeds his, gave me some ideas. There's gonna be a different setup coming up soon, I think. I gotta work on it. I'm gonna revamp my, this middle rack system here. Alright, let's see if the filter works. And not hearing anything. Which is usually a sign. There we go. There we go. Sometimes you gotta give it a little percussive maintenance. Turn this up. Put it on high chooch. Oh man, that's a mess. That was less than ideal, but whatever. How this works. Not chugging anymore, so that's a good sign. Good. Good to go. Oh yeah, check this out. I know, was it? I put this in I did one of those
PNW
recorded
Aqua
streams.
said stay in the studio.
Stay in the studio. Why would I do that? It's gotta get washed. Yeah, the worms. I put this in I did a recorded stream last week. Or not last week, 2 weeks ago. Where I moved my
Window
worms.
Licker 5 said weird box on the screen.
Weird box on the screen. Oh, hang on. Weird box on the screen. Oh yeah, what is this about? This. Hang on. It's from the chat. Hear about. speaker button. What is this? Stay in the studio. What is this? I love how they got to do changes to this every week for some stupid reason. Yeah, I don't know what that was about, but thank you. Oh, that's what you meant to stay in the studio. I see. Anyway, these are the worms. This is actually working out pretty well. I just fed them not too long ago. The problem, I got a lot of baby snails in there. That's the other issue. Sucks, but oh well. Two colonies now. I wanted to, when I was at the Clash, I wanted to look for somebody selling these. But I think I am going to get another one. Put it on the side maybe over there. I got 3 worm colonies. 4. I don't think it's big enough to put another big one of these next to it. Might be able to get a big one on the side though. And then I could break down that other colony I have in that tank. I might just turn this into like my live feeding over here. I might think about putting the that this brine shrimp hatchery thing. I'm not getting it to hang over here. Just whatever. I could probably just stick the handle through that and it would just dangle. But yeah, I don't know. Changes. I think this whole rack here set up in the middle is gonna change. I got all the fish tanks over there ready to, I'm gonna drill. I think this is all gonna be on one system. This side and the other side is gonna be in its own system, so it's gonna be sumps. This will be a sump. Pumping up. We'll see. Still toying the idea in my head. But I think this is working well. This water is not like nasty as hell like it used to. So, yeah. Everything else is okay. These are the past guys I got originally. There's a ton of algae in here, man. I gotta clean it. It's ridiculous.
Whip's World said yes. Christopher Junkin and Jody P. And a third guy who I'm not all we're supposed to talk about yet, so I won't.
Yeah, I know that guy.
Their company name is Tropical Fish Co.
That's it, Tropical Fish Co.
It's in their names now if you forget.
Cool.
Window Licker 5 said this water box
forget.
makes the water flow and clean. What feeds the worms don't they like the nasty water to thrive?
Well, what feeds the worms is me.
Fishcapade said no better way to start the day than coffee and my favourite fish nerds.
It is a good way to start the day. I feed the worms algae wafers. Been doing it for this colony. One of the colonies has been around for years. Like years. Actually, the first video on my channel was the worm colony. That is the same colony that I still have. The difference is that the water isn't like stagnant. I mean, sure they live in it, but man, I don't appreciate it. Since I'm the one that has to deal with it, I figured this is a better way. Just constantly dripping. It says it's not like a high flow. It's like a pretty slow drip, but at least it's not stagnant. Funky. A lot of this algae. This is why I don't get any fry or eggs, because they're probably laying it all over the place, everywhere, but the mop I put in here. And I think I'm going to go bare bottom tanks. I think ideally what I'm going to do is going to find like a breeding, or, you know, my breeders, basically, is what I'm going to set them up in those tanks, bare bottom. And then change eggs, or catch eggs.
SWFL treasure detecting said closed looped air system. Will I get same airflow if mount air pump on ground vias up on a shelf?
I don't think that matters. I have my air pump up on a shelf, the linear piston pump. And my system is, I mean, I don't know if it's not a loop. It's just, hang on, let me rinse my hand here. I'll show you how I have my whole system plumbed. Basically, it's a T. And the T splits from the piston pump. And half of it goes to one side of the room and the other half goes to the other side of the room, and they don't ever connect. It's capped. Let's go this way. Here, that's my linear piston pump. Cobwebs. Pumps down here. There's the T. That half of the T goes through this wall and around the back to the end of that rack. And then I have air lines running off of it to all these tanks. The other half of that T goes up through the ceiling, down behind that 90 gallon, comes out through the wall. So I have the air lines for all these tanks over here, and then it continues through the wall through that closet that's there, and then comes back out over behind there. So I have like 2 outlets that come through the wall for the airlines, and that feeds all these tanks. This whole center thing, I actually bought a little from Gemco. It's just a diaphragm
Fishcapade
pump.
said Blue Diamond are my fav. Neos.
Nice. Yep. And the linear piston pump basically pumps it down to that, and that's the manifold that I created. And that feeds all these tanks in the rack here on both sides and the fry. So, and that piston pump has still got room for, well, the linear piston pump doesn't handle the center there, so that's in its own system. But every time I have not had a problem with air. Honestly, half of these valves are toned down because of how much air comes out of them. So, yeah, it works pretty well. So that's that. Yeah, the Blue Dreams, or Blue Diamonds, are up here. I got, some latecomers didn't see them. There's a handful in here. I God knows where they're at right now. There's another one. Some of them are real little, like babies. So I'm sure they're hiding in this moss. I see one up there in that moss, in the guppy grass. Yep, I figured that was a good place to house them for now, because I wasn't really sure where to put them. Ask Guy Rainbows, you know what I'm going to feed them. Feed them a little bit. There you go, guys. Got the, in case latecomers came here, so we'll show off the other. What else I got at the Clash was
Fishcapade said Edouard.
I gotta add some water to this. There's past Guy Rainbows in here I got.
Victor C said thanks for live streaming Depths Unknown.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Victor. Down here, all the past guys. I got 6, I think. Is what it was. I got 3 pairs. 3 males, 3 females. There's also, I don't see them right now. They're here a minute. Oh, they're there. The Adolphi Corys.
Fishcapade said okay to.
4 of them. 3 there in the back corner over there. They're timid little dudes. And then down here is all
Whip's
the
World
Synodontists I
said
got for
other
Whip.
than Nancy, did anyone get anything from Pelham's auction last night?
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that was happening. Ow. Where's flashlight? Here it is.
Fishcapade said okay, now she's extra super fired. Won't read my comments at all.
Uh-oh. What'd you do? Oh, there's some any cherry shrimp left in there. Got 3. Synodontists are all hanging out behind that. Can't even see them. There's a couple. They're living their dream. I gotta get a better tank for those guys. My other colony's over there somewhere. I've seen them like once. And that thing's that's a black bear problem right there. I just saw Synodontis go swimming. So there's still one in there. That's a good sign. There's the tanks. I gotta start thinking about how I'm gonna do this. Bottom one's gonna have to be a sump, right? Sumps are probably good for shrimp. I can put my shrimp colonies in the bottom. I don't know. I gotta figure it out. Gotta clean out some of these tanks. It'll happen. And that's everything I got from the Clash. The summer tub was almost a total failure, except I managed to save 2 of these dudes. I think one of them's a pass guy,
Whip's World
definitely 100%.
said,
That one.
when you have 150 Synodontis patricola, they come out all the time. When you have 5, not so much.
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, now hopefully I have 10. And I do need a better tank than those bottom tanks. I'm not sure if that is definitely a female, and I think it might be a Celebes. So those are what survived. Because I should have broke the tub down a lot earlier than I did, but I let it get cold in there. It got cold. It went down in the 40s a couple of nights. And guess who didn't like that? All right, what time is it? It is 11:30. It's almost time to get out of here. Here, let's do this. Nope. Hang on. It's been a while since I've fed the flounders for you guys. I was talking with Kalish about that. She had not Synodontis. Cyanodorsalis. She had them in with flounders. And she thinks, and I do think this is actually might be a thing, is that they snacked on the eggs. I think that's why part of the reason why that colony collapsed is because they were eating midnight snacks, or at least maybe snacking on the fry that might have hatched. One right there, one right there. Well, I got all these worms right here. I guess I can feed. Let's. Crack open one of these colonies. And that's the other thing that's kind of cool about this, I think, now, is I don't have to worry about cleaning these worms so much. Because when I used to get these out of the other, and I'd have to rinse and rinse and rinse and rinse until I felt good enough that they were, not nasty. I'll probably still rinse this just a little bit. I mean, the water's not like stagnant. Worms are filthy, man. Just gonna put that out there. Stones in here. Try to get them all to clump up. They'll clean anything they can too. Dump out whatever. Snail shells and whatever. Gets rid of most of the debris. Suck these up. I'm gonna have to get in there. This macroalgae is getting out of hand in this tank. It's actually kind of hindering the stuff. The worms aren't even making it to the bottom. All the algae. I mean, it's probably good for the tank, but we'll see. Alright. Oh man, there's a horrible glare. Let's see if I can adjust this. Autofocus off. Total.
Whip's World said of all the new people I met over the weekend, Kalish was among my favourite.
Yeah,
She's
Kalish is
so
cool.
nice and fun. Meeting her, Xanadu Do and Killer Kitty 08 was definitely the highlight of my weekend.
Yeah, that was a good time. What is it called? Code words? That was fun. Flounders are getting big. I'd really like to get some more of these, man.
Fishcapade said one of these days, I hope to meet you all.
Be a good time. Keystone Clash is next year. Get off of me. Cool. And the other, I mean, I know, well, I can show you guys again the aquascaping stuff from all the people that weren't here. Good time. 4 of these guys in here. At least there was. I haven't, obviously this tank is getting, the algae's getting out of control, so. Goes, he got it. Hacking. The big clump on it. Everyone's like, save some for me.
Window Licker
No.
5 said, how do these things breed? Do they need to be full brackish?
Yeah, I think so. And that's a good question. How do they breed? I don't know.
Fishcapade said, speaking of meeting you all, I will probably be at the ACA coming up.
Nice. Is that, oh, where was that? That's in Connecticut? Is that right? This year? I think so, something like that. Might have been Massachusetts. I don't remember. I know it's up northeast, right? As far as I know, there's very little known about these guys and how, like, any of their, how they function, work, whatever.
Whip's World said, Mel, I'm sure you've said, but where are you within the states? Are you Midwest? East Coast? West Coast? South? There's got to be an event you can hit that's reasonably close.
I think she's in Ohio, I believe. Bluegrass
Fishcapade
Bash.
said I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah, all right, I was right.
Window Licker 5 said they seem to be more darker now and more spots.
Yeah, and they do seem to be out like more, not as hiding as much, so I think they're pretty comfortable where they're at. Definitely those two. Should be two more somewhere, but like I said, I haven't seen.
Fishcapade said the ACA is in Kentucky or in Ohio here soon, I believe.
Oh, okay. I know there's the OCA, the Ohio cichlid thing. That's a pretty big one. All right. Anyway. Yeah, as far as breeding these guys, I think it's there's not a lot known about it. Um I believe that I guess there are flounder farms or ways to like the flounders are farm raised, stuff like that for commercial fishing. I think that probably something similar like how those guys breed. I mean, they're the same kind of fish, honestly. But I don't know. There's not a whole lot in go out on them, honestly. And I don't think anybody's. These are all like everything I've
Window
read
Licker
is they're all
5 said
wild
they
caught.
seem a lot bigger now.
They are bigger, yeah. They're definitely like getting $half sized. Bigger than a quarter. They used to be, when I got them, they were kind of like about the size of a quarter. They're definitely bigger. Take up a good section in the center of your palm now. I've seen pictures of wild ones that like, they're like the size of your hand. That's as big as they get. And in the wild, eventually they just go full salt. They live in like the estuaries and stuff like that, but I think the old adults, they're kind of like out in like seawater basically. Maybe someday I'll add them to the saltwater tank. I don't know. We'll see. I think they're fine the way they are. I do think if I do get another colony of bluebacks, the Cyanodrossalis, I'm gonna not keep them with these guys. I'll just run a separate brackish tank. The tank that's next to this one that I had those past guys in, I'll probably make this. It'll be my salt rack basically. Tank will be brackish. That one on the right there that you can kind of see the corner of, that'll be brackish, and the saltwater tank's right next to it. So I think that's how I'm gonna handle that. All right. Let's I'm gonna show you this aquascaping. Those that missed it. Flash. You hear audio, I think. Yeah, there you go. That's cool. I don't know if you heard that, but I heard the bot speaking it. I don't think it's coming through on this. I like that tank, man. That was cool. I think I can do this. I think the chat bot, the speaker bot should come through here now. Now this should come through too. Yeah. Cool. I don't even know what this is. I love those longfin. Like, those are cool fish. Those glow danios. That's bash. I don't know where that's at. That's Whip's tank.
Fishcapade said, Eduardo!
I think you guys heard that, right? Cool. Well, I think that's all I got for this week, guys. I'm gonna end it a little early.
Whip's World said, and Mel, if you go to Kentucky with Nancy, she's still far enough north that you don't have to worry about alligators like you do with those Florida dip netting adventures.
Jeez. That doesn't sound fun. Alright, we've accomplished everything that we've set out to accomplish today, I think. Which is good. I will be at it again next week, I guess. New adventures. I'm gonna contemplate this whole center breeding rack thing. I have to clean all my spawning mops.
Windowlicker5 said, did they have fish contest as well? Did you see any cool fish?
Oh yeah. I gotta make a video on that, man. I have all the rough footage. I just haven't edited it. But I will. I'll get that set up for next week. I didn't film all the fish in the contest. I just did a handful of ones I thought were cool.
Whip's World said, thanks for the stream, buddy. I appreciate you. Man.
Appreciate you too. Appreciate everyone else that was here too as well. Good time. I will do it again next week. You guys got anything you wanna, feel free to leave a comment down below. I do read all that. If there's something you want to talk about. Something you want to show me, you can email me here. Hit the like button if you haven't. Subscribe if you're not. I don't know what you're doing here if you're not subscribing. And then we'll do it all next week, guys. All right, cool. Till we meet again. Thanks, everyone. Bye.